If you're new creator in 2025 and you're thinking about what camera you should pick up, make sure you watch this video to the end. I'm gonna give you so many reasons why you should pick up this camera. This one right here. I think the first time I ever touched this camera was like 2011, 2012. And the first one I ever used was a Panasonic G7. It was an okay camera at the time. Autofocus really wasn't that great. I used a kit lens, but you know, it's 2025. There's so many great camera options right now. So I definitely not one of them. And though I believe that the creator is way more important than the tools they use, the right tools can make your experience way better and help convey your story to the viewer.
God, this guy just keeps blabbing on and on and on about this camera. Can you just hurry up and tell me what camera it is already? Jesus.
Dude, you know I timestamped exactly when I revealed the camera, right? I guess you're right. Just skip forward to that part if that's what you want to see. Anyways, so today I want to talk about the camera that I use in all of my videos, but we have stuff to do today, so I'll just take you throughout my day, okay? All right, babe, let's go. Yeah! Okay, we got Mina learning how to drive. I'm scared.
Me too.
I would say the number one thing that I love about this camera is its video quality. When you film in the regular Rec 709 standard color profile, it does look pretty good, but when you film in S-Log3 or S-Log3 Cine, you're really able to stretch the camera's dynamic range to make the colors pop to your liking. Another thing that's really good about this camera when it comes to color grading is that it can record 10-bit footage opposed to 8-bit. And if you don't know what that means exactly, it just means that there's a lot more colors that are able to be processed on the sensor, meaning that when you color grade, it's a lot easier to get the achieved look that you want. Another great thing about the Sony a6700 is the flip out articulating screen that it has. It's really good for solo content creators when you're filming yourself. And for example, say you're vlogging and you have your camera all the way out, right? If you can't see yourself, then you might be out of frame, you might be out of focus, you wouldn't know. So I think the older models like the Sony a6000, maybe the 64000, I don't think they have the flip out screen. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. And so I would say as a solo content creator, it's an absolute must when recording yourself. I mean, I'm using it right now to see where I'm at and make sure I'm in a frame, make sure the exposure's right and all my settings are good. Something that a lot of people do, especially when buying a new camera, is buying one that has like a fixed lens. I personally won't like that for myself, so I definitely recommend something like this where you can take off the lens. I think having one lens when you're a beginner is good, but as you get more advanced and you want to pick up more and more kind of skills where it's like sports photography or photo shoots, something like that, then getting an interchangeable lens is definitely the way to go. I definitely recommend that. I have two lenses that I use right now for this camera. I'm using the 16mm Sigma 1.4. So it's a prime lens, meaning it can't go longer or shorter. And then I have this. This is the Tamron 17-70 f2.8. As you can see, it's a zoom lens. And people say, oh my God, cameras, lenses are so expensive. And shit, you're right. That are pretty expensive. But the Sony a6700 is an APS-C lens, meaning that the sensor is cropped. The lenses that you buy for full frame cameras are a lot more expensive. So in comparison, these APS-C lenses are a lot cheaper. Something that's really important to me when talking about a camera is its build quality. I was looking at other cameras like the Fujifilm X-M5, I believe. It's pretty new. I think it came out last year or within this year. And the only thing that I really don't like about that camera is the really small grip that it has. This camera has a big, meaty, juicy grip. Who wrote that in the script? Overall quality of the camera is very nice. And when you're out filming, that grip, if you don't have that, it's definitely might hurt your hands. You might get a little cramped. And this grip is big enough just for any solo creator's liking. I just think there's so many good things about this camera that I'm losing track. But something that I want to state is that I'm definitely a hybrid shooter. I love filming videos and I love taking photos, and I feel like a lot of people who might be watching this video are the same. So with the 26 megapixel sensor that this camera has, it takes many, many beautiful photos. I'm sure I'll put some on the screen right now. And people often rave about the FX30 and FX3, or like I mentioned in the past, the Fujifilm X-M5. And though the Sony ones are great video cameras and can definitely help you out if you're shooting for clients, The lack of a viewfinder for me is definitely a deal breaker. For me, when taking photos, I absolutely love using the viewfinder. It's not the best viewfinder that this Sony a6700 has, but like I said, the FX30 and FX3 don't have one. And if you're okay with shooting photos on the flip out screen, that's fine. There's just something about the experience of using the viewfinder when taking photos that I personally absolutely love. And like I said, it's a deal breaker for me if it doesn't have one. Just like everything in this world, except my cats and my girlfriend, nothing is perfect. There's a few issues that I do have with this model. I still believe that it's probably the best camera to get if you're a new creator in 2025. This video is getting a little long, but if you'd like me to make another video about things I disliked about the Sony a6700, please let me know in the comments. But if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much. Any likes or subscribe would greatly be appreciated. And stay tuned to next week when I make another video about this amazing camera. Until then, I'll see you later. Peace.